10 real truths about sumo wrestling no one tells you. I came to Japan thinking sumo was just about size, but what I saw, discipline, ritual, sacrifice, this isn't a sport, it's a way of life. 1. This is not just a sport, it's a sacred ritual. You know, when you first see sumo live in Japan, it hits different. This isn't just two big guys pushing each other. It's sacred. The ring, called Dohyo, it's treated like holy ground. Before they even step in, they throw salt not for flavor, but to purify that Shinto tradition, real religion not. Performance. These wrestlers, they wake up at 5 a.m., eat giant pots of stew, sleep after lunch to gain weight. And their loincloth. No underwear. Just silk. Barefoot. No shoes. One match lasts seconds, but takes decades to master. And that fan the referee holds. He uses it like a judge's gavel to declare who wins. In Japan, sumo isn't entertainment. It's discipline. Faith. History. And if you ever get to see it live, you'll feel it. 2. The wrestlers you see are called Rikishi, and they train like monks. Before sunrise in Tokyo, while the city's still asleep inside a sumo stable, the day has already begun. These men aren't just athletes. They're called Rikishi. And they live like monks. No phones. No girlfriends. No leaving without permission. They wake at 5 a.m. Juniors clean the whole building first. Then, they train slamming, pushing, sweating until noon. After that, a mountain of chankanabe, that rich, meaty stew, and then, they nap, right after eating, not because they're lazy, but because their bodies need it. Every calorie. Every hour of sleep, it's part of surviving this life. They don't eat to get fat, they eat to endure. 3. Their mawashi loincloth is actually their uniform. No underwear allowed. Look closely at what they're wearing, that thick silk belt. It's called a mawashi. And it's not just clothing, it's their only clothing. No underwear. No padding. Nothing underneath. It's tied so tight, it can take to people to secure it before a match. Made from silk, sometimes over 9 meters long, and wrapped in a way that's been passed down for centuries. Every fold, every knot, it's part of the ritual. Wrestlers even have different styles depending on their rank, and if it comes loose during a match, the bout stops immediately. It's that serious. So yeah, it might look simple, but that mawashi, it's history, honor, and the last thing standing between a Rikishi and total exposure. 4. They don't wear shoes. Barefoot on the Dohyo is mandatory. Watch their feet. No shoes. No socks. Not even a strap. Just bare skin on clay, in the middle of one of Japan's most sacred spaces. The Dohyo isn't just a ring, it's holy ground. And in Shinto belief, shoes carry dirt from the outside world, from the everyday. So before they step in, they wash. They purify. They go barefoot. It's not about comfort. It's about respect. Every step they take around the ring, even during warm-ups, is barefoot. Rain, sweat, blood, it all soaks into that clay. And that's the point, because sumo isn't just a match, it's a ritual. And your feet, they're your connection to the earth, and to centuries of tradition. 5. The match ends in seconds, but takes years to master. You blink, and it's over. Most sumo matches, less than 30 seconds, one shove, one misstep, one split-second loss of balance, and it's done. But what you don't see, the 5 a.m. wake-ups. The years of scrubbing floors as a junior, the meals so huge they make you sick, just to gain weight, the loneliness, the injuries, the pressure. It takes 10, sometimes 15 years, just to stand in that ring as a top Rikishi, and even then, one wrong move and you fall. So yeah, it ends fast, but that moment, it's built on a lifetime of discipline. One push, one slap, one fall, that's all it takes, if you've trained your whole life for it. 6. Weight isn't everything. Technique and strategy matter more. Look at them. One's a mountain. The other, half a head shorter. But don't be fooled. In sumo, weight opens doors, but technique kicks them down. That smaller guy, he's trained for years to read balance, shift weight, and strike in a split second. Moves like hatakikomi, the slap down, or yorakiri, the force out, aren't about muscle. They're about timing. Precision instinct. I've seen 120-kilo wrestlers topple 200-kilo giants with one well-placed shove, because sumo isn't a scale, it's a chess match, played with bodies, on sacred ground. So yeah, It's not about who's biggest, it's about who's smartest. 7. The referee Gyoji wears a fan, and he uses it to signal decisions. See that man in the silk robe? That's the Jaiji, the sumo referee. And that fan in his hand? It's not for cooling off. It's called a gunbai, an ancient war fan once used by samurai commanders. Today, it's his gavel. His voice. His final word. When the match ends in a blur, one wrestler down, the other standing, the Jaiji raises that fan and points. Instantly. Unmistakably. To the winner. No replay, no committee, just one man, centuries of tradition and a single sweep of silk. And if he's wrong, senior judges can overrule him, but even then, they bow first, out of respect. Because in sumo even authority bows to ritual. 8. Winning isn't just about glory, it's about rank, salary, and legacy. In sumo, winning isn't just about lifting a trophy. It's about rank. Reputation, survival. At the top, you've got yokozuna, living like legends. Millions in prize money. Personal attendance. National fame. But look lower down, most Rikishi sleep in shared dorms. Eat leftovers. Train until their bodies break. And for what, a shot? Just one shot at the top. Because only 1% ever make it. The rest, they fight not for glory, but for pride, for a paycheck, for the chance to stay in the ring one more day. In sumo, your rank isn't just a title, it's your life. 9. Women are not allowed in the ring, even in emergencies. In 2018, a sumo wrestler collapsed in the ring. Female paramedics rushed in to help, but then the announcer's voice boomed over the loudspeaker. Please leave the dohyo, because in sumo, the ring is sacred, and for centuries, women have been barred from stepping inside. Not out of disrespect, but because of Shinto purity. Beliefs even in an emergency. That moment went viral, sparked protests, debates, because Japan is changing, but sumo moves slowly. Tradition says one thing, humanity says another. And that clash, it's playing out right here. On sacred ground. 10. Sumo is struggling to stay relevant, but it's still alive. Walk into a sumo stable today, and you might hear Georgian or Mongolian spoken more than Japanese. Because fewer young Japanese are signing up. The life is too hard. The rules too strict. The world too modern. And yet, when a tournament begins, stadiums fill. TVs light up across the country. Old men, school kids, office workers, they all stop to watch. Sumo isn't dying. It's adapting. Foreign-born wrestlers now wear the yokozuna rope, and Japan still bows to them. Because deep down, this isn't just about nationality, it's about heart, discipline, legacy. Sumo is ancient. It's evolving, and just like the Rikishi in the ring, it's fighting to survive. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe my YouTube channel.